love that people. All right, people are calling us out on the whispering, guys. I don't know if you can see that.
I'll do the beat myself.
Let's go.
Just keep whispering. That's cool.
There we go. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Cosmic Reid Live right here on WDW News today. Hey, I mean, you're about to get Angelina beatboxing right off the top. This has been fantastic, and we got a whole crazy hour to get to. Jeff and Angelina, guys, how's it going? How has your week been? This has been another hot one up here in Canada, and I also want to say thank you to all the people listening and watching on the YouTube chat. We can't wait to interact with you as our guests. Guys, how you doing?
Can we just, for one point, just thank everyone in the chat, because we have to thank them for letting us know that we were actually on. So thank you. I love that people are like, hot mic, watch out, hot mic. Glad we weren't saying anything inappropriate. So, Chris, you have to actually start the show with your catchphrase.
Oh, how's everybody Ubi doing? That one?
There we go. Let's Ubi do it. Okay.
Here we go again, right? If you missed last week, thank yourself. But yeah, you know what? It's been a crazy week here. Actually, Disney, I didn't tell you guys this either. Disney called me down. They wanted me to test the Astro organ in Cosmic Rays. I got to give that a test go before they open up. And actually, I think we have a photo of me playing the Astro organ. Yeah, Jason can maybe pull that up there.
Oh, look at you.
Wow.
Right?
You look great.
I mean,
You do look
Thank
great.
you. You know what? I mean, yeah.
A born entertainer. I mean, it's like you don't even have to look at the keys. That is something else.
People just assume I'm 6'4", but really I'm 4'1", according to that ridiculous photo.
I would say that is fantastic. Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you got to Florida and there's are suffering no problems from the COVID. You got there.
They literally the helicopter landed. The helicopter was on top of the restaurant. I went in, I left. I didn't see anyone.
I love it.
Except I guess whoever took that photo.
Yes, no, that is amazing stuff. Yes. So all right. So it's hot in Canada. Wait. Was it Joel? Was it Joel with the wine? I think Joel was already having wine. For you, Joel, tonight. I didn't want anybody drinking alone. So that's a little bit for you.
Oh, there we go.
Right there.
Cheers.
Cheers
want
to
say welcome. I know there's some new people in the chat as well. Rebecca tweeted or was in the chat earlier, so thank you so much for joining us. She said on our first Cosmic Reid Live. We love all of you as our guests. Cheyenne, welcome back. David Lung, Adam, Horatio, welcome. Shane, Super Bowl champs, great to see you as always. Rebecca, there you are. Thanks so much. And Joel, of course, thank you so much. And also for the shout out on Twitter. Our Twitter feeds have been blowing up today because of the topic this evening is all about it's going to be all about Walt Disney World Resort hotels. We've asked the question, what is your ideal hotel to stay at? If you got a free week stay at a Disney hotel, which one would you stay at Walt Disney World? So we will read some of those answers. I mean, there was dozens and dozens of them, but we're continuing our Imagineering series, and this one is on hotels. And so we have come up with, for the last few weeks, we've been doing the theme parks. So we've been saying, what's your ideal what's a ride that you would create, as a restaurant, a character meet and greet, and a show. So this time we've swung it to the resort side of things, the hotel side of things. And the 4 categories this week are hotel overall theme, rooms, pools, and restaurants. So we'll get into that in just a little bit. Plus, we'll tell you about some other great content that is coming to WDW News Today as well later this week that you're not going to want to miss, okay? Also, just want to quickly mention Hamilton. I know there's many Broadway fans on here that people love. Hamilton was released this last week. I was able to see it, right? Angelina, I know you saw at least. I saw part of it. I didn't see the whole thing. I saw the first act. What did you think of Hamilton on Disney Plus?
Wow. Well, I absolutely was not expecting what I was expecting. Like, if you've listened to the cast recording, it's all rap music, R&B, and it's very different than your traditional musical theater. And it was actually funny, which I didn't expect. And I mean, Lin-Manuel Miranda is an absolute genius. And just the way that it was done is similar to like Newsies. If you see Newsies on Disney Plus, very entertaining. Did you get to see it, Jeff?
So here's what my big thing. I guess I could just say yes, but I lack brevity, which is why everybody should be saying 2-hour show. But the fact of the matter is like, I'm always concerned when you see something that you absolutely love or you're like you're ready for. Is it going to be able to transfer to the smaller? In this case, it was supposed to be a big screen, and you're worried about that, right? Because you want to be able to see like that kind of like mid shot and be able to look around, and like on the TV, you can't really do that. I thought they captured it pretty epically, and it's funny you say that when you talk about the soundtrack, because I think the show is so much more kind of steeped in traditional musical theater. I hope nobody's going to blow me up in the chat here. Then I think it gets credit for, because like you said, like there's all like the battle rapping and the whole president thing, and I think it's great for like younger. There were so many younger people in the audience, and anytime we've ever seen it. But I mean, I think it is steeped in musical theater, and I think it's staged beautifully, and I think it's a great gateway drug, if I may, into just kind of getting into a whole different thing that even Disney does. I love that Disney Plus did it. It makes sense because it's a gateway into like the other stuff that they have on stage. Yeah.
You know what? I would agree with that as well. And my only gripe with it is that, and obviously there's no live theater anywhere really right now in the world, unless maybe it's a completely outdoor in a field situation. And even that, I think, is really not happening at the moment. My only thing with it was that the tight camera angles, I would have preferred if it was like a wide shot and stayed on the wide shot, because I've sat in the back of a 2,000 seat theater and been able to see what's going on, who's talking, no problem, without any side cameras that are like maybe zooming into the actors that they want you to look at. I like looking at the ensemble. I like looking at sometimes into the wings.
I like looking at the ensemble.
Yes.
Right? There's all that other stuff happening. And this was really like a movie, like dictating, okay, you got to look over here. Now you got to look over here. Now you got to look at these people. It's like, well, but I see people in the background, half of them, what are they doing? I want to see the whole show. I don't want to have to be restricted to what Disney was showing me in that cut. That was my only gripe with it. I mean, I still want to see it in person someday. And like, hopefully that's going to happen. That was my only concern with it, though. I know they said there was an article on WDW News Today saying there was like a 72% increase in the number of people that subscribe to Disney Plus.
Yeah, it was arguably bigger than like what they've like in a bump, bigger than they've gotten from like The Mandalorian and things like that. But what I'm saying is I totally agree with you, Chris, and I know we have to get to the hotel stuff, but I thought they towed the line better than say like, look, my mom took me to see Phantom of the Opera. I'm not going to get all like teary-eyed about my mom here. That'll happen another day. But like, so that was like our thing. So when you could see something like that on Blu-ray, like Universal put it out, it's definitely not the same. I thought they towed the line pretty well with giving you enough of that mid-range shot. What I wish they would do though, and in the world of digital, it'd be amazing if as a special feature you could watch the whole thing just from that angle that you want. You know what I mean, and be able to see everything. And that would be a very cool thing maybe for a DVD and thing like that. But
For sure.
It was great. I think that, like, as Angelina said, even as we were like kind of like talking during the day today, I mean, it is amazing the social chatter about Hamilton for something that came out days ago in like such a short attention span, you know, and like people staying up until 2:00 in the morning to see it as soon as it came out. Like, that is something you do not see or hear about every day. I mean, that's how big this thing is. So, yeah.
Stephen Brown in the chat said they're going to replace the American Adventure with a 30-minute Hamilton puppet show.
With the Muppets.
Oh my God,
with the Muppets. Yeah. There
Stephen
you go.
Brown. Yeah, Stephen Brown in the chat today is on fire. I actually just stole one of his lines that I'm going to sneak into the Imagineering. So thanks for that, Stephen.
Well, let's get going on that. I want to welcome again everyone that might be tuning in for the very first time to the show, whatever platform you're watching on, whether it's YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. It's always great to have you as our guests here. We always love interacting with you. We're monitoring the Facebook chat, but we're also primarily on the YouTube chat. So if you come over there and you can jump in this conversation, we'd love to have you with us. We do read as many comments as we can and interact with you, because we consider the viewers in the viewers in the YouTube chat as our guests, and you're part of the show as well, which means a lot to us. So with that being said, let's get to the Imagineering stuff, and this is the hotel edition on Walt Disney World property. I guess we should start it off with the overall hotel theme and then kind of break it down from there. So as people have already been saying, the Wally Inn and Suites or something is Jeff's idea. If you've been watching the Imagineering series that we've been doing for the last several weeks now, you've known that Wally is in everything that Jeff has put into, every attraction, every restaurant, every meet and greet, and any park that we've done. So Jeff, surprise us.
I don't seem to. I am going to surprise a lot of people tonight, but I have no idea what you're talking about. Any of you, no idea what you're talking about. Yeah, no. Watch this. So I think Stephen Brown said it best, and he said the resort should be called the Wally Day Inn, which is better than the name I have.
Oh my goodness!
That'd be amazing.
Shocker.
Is it gonna? Can I just? But I might punt to someone else, because I could easily give you my original Wally idea. But will the chat room be upset if I stray from the Wally thing real quick? I just because David, the Axiom spot
Wally charging station.
I missed a lot. So here's the key. So for everyone who's joining us for the first time, I have such an affinity for Wally and Eve, and I'm a little more Pixar with this. So I really should have, and of course, as a goof, I was going to be like, we need a Wally hotel, but maybe we don't. But see, so Mandy says stray away, and I believe Shane's saying do it. Rob's saying go for it. So I'm going to stray away from it. If you guys want to hear the Wally stuff, in a 2-hour show. We'll do some bonus content for the Wigs people. Can we do that yet, Chris?
Okay. I suppose later.
We'll have to figure out how to do that in a few weeks.
Thanks for swinging that one on me at 9:17.
And that 2-hour show, where's that?
If you want to do it, you will be do it.
You do it. That was for you, Chris. Okay. All right. Joking aside.
Wally,
so I was originally thinking of so we're just doing like the overall theme right now, right?
Yeah.
What we're doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I wanted to do
here.
something with sustainability, right? So that's where I was going with the Wally, and I love that, and I thought that would fit really well in with Epcot. You know what I mean? And I think about riding the People Mover and the way Epcot, what it was really supposed to be. And quite frankly, I feel like you could take that and just put it on the other side of where Boardwalk was, and kind of, have that like kind of city of the future, right? But as I'm doing that and I'm doing sustainability, I think about the woods and the nature and things like that. So I started there, but I got totally caught up with, and I'm glad I'm not looking at the chat room right now. But I got caught up into how like mysterious and awesome like the forests are, and like the mythology of like what Disney does with forests and things like that. So I want an entire resort. No, not Caribbean beach or like another land, but like it's the forests of Disney. And I'm going to leave it at that.
That's cool.
Because I've got sections, and just you wait, people. You tell me where you're going to want to start.
Just you wait.
Mysterious forests. Just imagine pulling into that. That's a microphone drop. Go ahead. Thank you.
Wow. That's as good as it's going to get for me.
Yeah.
Right.
And Wally's
I'm not even going to share my idea.
Okay.
Wally's got Wally's got to be in there at some point, somehow, some way. You can fit him in.
Yes. Go ahead.
Angelina, do you want to go or do you want me to go? This is that. I love that idea. I don't like.
Well, I mean, if we're are we just giving our theme here, as a little?
I love that he goes, I love that idea. I don't like my idea. Go ahead.
Everyone's gonna love your idea, Chris. Are we just giving the premise of it as a little Is that okay?
Yeah, let's give the overall theme and then we'll break it down.
Okay. Well, I think that I don't have a good name for it yet. I would love some puns in the chat if anyone has anything good. But I think it's going to be the Imagication Resort, vacation. And as you can probably guess, it's going to be themed around my buddy Figment. Yes, WDW Mickey in the chat right away.
Just got it.
Figment. Yep. And so it's going to be themed around imagination and lots of bright, fun lights and rainbows and the airship and So we're going down that road.
Okay. I like it.
I like that. So much that I just want to go back and forth to your guys.
Well, now we. Wait, is there supposed to be a commercial here, Chris?
No, it's too early. Actually, it's not, but no. Oh, we're good.
Okay.
Not to derail, but for a second, Cheyenne in the chat said, Jeff, can you please explain your obsession with Wally, please? Still new and was curious.
I'm so sorry.
You want to do that? I'll try to think of a better idea.
Well, I want to apologize for missing. I want to apologize for missing that. Do you mind? Do you want me to just take up 60 seconds? Because 60 seconds could easily be 5 minutes. But I feel like Wally's very underrated. Okay, let me get him from right here. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got him.
First off,
give your elevator pitch.
Just look. Okay, I will give my elevator pitch because I feel like how many movies out there, even to this day, and obviously we all love Disney, that's why we're all here, and thank you, all of you, for making I don't think we all thanked you for making our Mondays so fantastic to take us away from the pain and the suffering from everything outside of this chat room. So once again, thank you for taking your time, which is a commodity that everybody has, but thank you for being here with us. But they take you away a little bit, right? So I thought Wally was the perfect kind of example of taking us away, but yet kind of keeping us present in what really is going on kind of in the world. Again, back to that sustainability, and he's just so innocently cute. But how many movies can you even think of right now where the first 20 minutes, and dare I maybe even say 30, I don't have the facts in front of me, perhaps someone does, where there is basically zero dialogue.
Bambi?
There's so much emotion. Okay, relax. I didn't want you to answer. It was rhetorical, Chris. We'll work on that next time.
Just to Bambi.
Is Bambi really 20 minutes? Okay, let's pretend he didn't say that. Can we mute those mics? Anyways, it's the music and the colors and just how you're just drawn into this character that's not really a character, it's a robot, and you fall in love with him. I'm probably going to get reported to the FBI because it appears as if I love a robot more than I love my dear wife, who hopefully is not listening to this right now. But I mean, seriously, I feel like there's, and then it goes and tells this story. It gets you in there and then kind of tells this beautiful story of why we need to be active and conserve and yada yada yada. But I think it's one of the most underrated movies in the Pixar arsenal, if you will. So there you go. Where's Wally?
I know.
All right, that's enough out of you, Stephen Brown.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
did I take enough
you know
time?
what? Yeah, no, that's okay. Wall-E is one of my favorite Pixar movies as well. I will say that. But here's my idea. I struggled with this one, guys. Like, we did the theme parks and the attractions and that, and I didn't really struggle with those. This I really struggled with, but I thought it would be really, really cool. And I know there's this thing coming to Epcot, the whole Play Pavilion idea, but I would really like to see. I love Disney's themed hotels that are colorful and animated, and like they've already done the art of animation. I tried to whiff off that idea, but no, it's already done, so we couldn't pick that. So I've picked one movie that I think would bring a very colorful hotel with fun sections, bright colors, and so it's a Wreck-It Ralph themed hotel. Where the lobby, the lobby entrance would be a big version of that of Litwick's arcade. So it's like you're going into there, but then when you go to your rooms, the doors open, and it's like you're going into the internet, and then you go off to your room. And so I will leave that like that, but I think it has potential to be just really colorful and fun, and the way they can use lighting and stuff like that. I think Disney would do a good job at that. So I'm going to say a Wreck-It Ralph themed hotel.
Wow.
This is what Chris does, Angelina. Chris is like, oh man, it's such a terrible idea. I don't want to do anything after.
I know.
He pulls out the colorful like, teleportation tunnel, that science, you know what I mean? And then like he does that. So then it's like, okay. Well, now I don't want to tell the rest of my dumb forest idea.
No, hang on. I love that forest idea. I love the Figment Hotel idea. There's one actually in the chat. Welcome to Q Magnificent Robin Hood Nottingham Hotel as an idea. That's totally something else that hasn't been done. I want to see,
because there might be a little something coming for you.
Just saying.
Hey, look at that.
Maybe a little something. Relax.
It involves a forest. I know that much. So hey, throw your ideas in the chat as well, because we would love to have you tell your ideas as well. This is part of the show, just like we are.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Should we?
The whole time, 20%. Okay. All right. I like Q Magnificent. All right. Fantastic.
Love it. So with that being said, I guess we should go on to the rooms and kind of sections of our Imagineered hotels. And this is part I'm excited about, because I think, especially with both of yours, I really do like these ideas, and I can picture something like this in my mind with this whole forest thing and this whole like figment and imagination thing. People will go bananas over that, you know. So let Jeff. Yeah.
I always like letting Angelina go because you know. Ladies first, but we were just talking about Robin Hood, so I'd love to take it if you don't mind, because this is where I was going with that whole forest thing. There's so many more forests than you could ever freaking imagine when you start like thinking about it, right? And what I love about kind of like what we're doing here, and I'm curious about even like, you know, what people in the chat say, it's like, how did we go from all of these different kind of lands in the hotel? And I'd love to just ask, like, we need to get an Imagineer, like old school, you know, guy, girl in here to be like, you know, you've got all of these, it's like countries. And like I said, Caribbean Beach, and you've got Coronado Springs and things like that. And now we're getting Star Wars and art of animation, obviously. But it's like, you know, I imagine we're going to be like integrating more kind of IP in there, like intellectual property. So bringing it back to the forest, because I feel like it's mysterious. So my room themes are going to start with Sherwood Forest, right? So all of these different kind of things. So it'll be like the main hub, and that's like the main kind of like forest. And then as you go down these little kind of, everything is, I guess, kind of spokes, if you will. It's going to be more, it'll be more like the, it might be set up more like Coronado, if you will. So Coronado is kind of right in the middle, and they've got like 1, 2, 3 like bus kind of transportation things. Everything goes around it. This might be, you've got your main building and then a couple of doors. So we've got Sherwood Forest over here, right? And that's your Robin Hood area. We've got Tulgey Woods, right? We've got from Alice in Wonderland. We've got the 100-acre World.
Ooh.
If you're into like poo, right? Yes, of course you love that, Angelina. I mean, of course poo is there. And then of course, like, and then there's something that maybe has never been seen before, but like we just call it the deep jungle, and that's Tarzan, because honestly, that's kind of shown in the movie, but it's really not shown unless you're really into like Disney mythology and they do archery lessons. Oh my God, who is this Q Magnificent? That's beautiful. Archery lessons. We shall have them. You're on the team. You're on the team, Q Magnificent. But like you go over here, and Tarzan was in Kingdom Hearts. There's a video game series, Kingdom Hearts, that kind of is Square and Disney, and it kind of keeps the mythology going. So we've got like the Tarzan jungle, and then Chris, are you ready for it?
Do it. Let's hear it.
The first of its kind, adults only.
Wally
section.
Forest.
No one's done it. Oh my God, Wally Forest would be amazing. No, and I really wanted it to be. And if anybody knows this, you are as old as I am. But like they had this movie called Watcher in the Woods, and it is a fantastically terrible, almost like kind of horror-ish movie. So then I scrapped that. But it's the Haunted Mansion. Because the Haunted Mansion is in a graveyard surrounded by woods. Yeah. And that's like kind of the adults only section. And I know that goes against everything that Disney does, but on the cruise ships, they have these areas. Yes, the nudist hotel. All right, Stephen Brown has been enjoying some wine with gold. No, I wasn't going there. I don't know. But the Haunted Mansion, it just kind of, they do it on the cruise ships. But, you know, just a different kind of themed place, maybe some adult-only areas that you can kind of go and escape and not get killed or anything.
I like that. Well, you know what? I mean, they do it on the cruise lines, so why not do it in one of the hotels, right?
Amen.
Honestly, yeah, I think that would be cool. Yeah. Yeah.
And then Renee Davis just said Jungle Book was in there, but I felt like I just ran out of storage. It was in my thing, but that's in there.
You need the Ooby-Doo Lounge.
Ooby-Doo Lounge. Well, there you go. I'm going to write that right now.
Gotta add it in there somewhere.
My hotel idea was going to be like King Louis's Palace or something like that. And, you know, it would have been Ooby-Doo everything.
No, I think you built on that. So very good.
Probably, yeah.
Anyways, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. I probably put way more time into this than I did actual work today, so I apologize for going long.
No, we're good. I like that. Cool Runnings Inn is another one. 21 plus. Someone was talking about a Disney Channel hotel. It was a sarcastic comment, I'm pretty sure. What else we got here? Let's see. Penguin Project. I have to go. Thank you so much for joining us. Mandy, the trees would have Ooby-Doo, D-E-W. See? You can use this for so many different things. It's fantastic.
It's everywhere. Man, it is so hard. Totally. I apologize for people not being able to keep up with the chat, but when you're pontificating, it's difficult. So goodbye, Penguin. Thank you.
Okay. Well, so we got rooms to get to. We will do pools and restaurants as well. Also, we'll read some of the Twitter stuff as well. We're going to.
Please,
we asked the question earlier today. Yeah, what hotel would you like to stay at for free if you could for an entire week? We'll be doing that. I'll be reading some of those tweets. That's what we do on the show every week. We do read your tweets, as many as we can. Coming soon, we're going to add a photo element in. Probably in the next couple of weeks. I'd say in 2 weeks we might be launching that one. We have some cool ideas coming up for shows that we'll tell you by the end of the show as well. Okay, so here we go. I just wanted to bring up these different shows that are coming up. We have Jungle Cruise Catastrophe. It's WDWNT The RPG, and it continues live on July 18th. At 9 p.m. Eastern. It's at WDWNT right here on YouTube, youtube.com/WDWNT. So the Jungle Cruise Catastrophe coming up. Make sure you get into that. It's going to be a lot of fun with Tyler and the gang right here on WDW News Today. Also, coming up, it will be the Ride Rehab season finale. That is coming up tomorrow. Yeah, so this is a live episode tomorrow. It's a Q&A with Tyler at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that one. A Ride Rehab, the season finale. It's a live show, Ride Rehab. We love that one. It's the season finale, so make sure you tune in. You tune into that one as well.
Love that.
Oh, there's so many great things happening.
Totally. So
I'm
there you
all
go.
of those.
Yeah, a couple of shows coming up for you right here on WDW News Today. I also want to mention Wigs, of course. If you want to donate to the show, donate to WDW News Today, you can do so at patreon.com/WDWNT. And that is a shout out to all of our WIGS members. It's the WDW News Today Inner Globe Society. Shout out to the WIGS. Here comes the roll call on the YouTube chat. Mandy and Rob. We got Brian. We got Stitch. We got Shorn Force is there. Matt K. Welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. So for as little as $2 a month, you get some extra cool features from WDW News Today. You get extra watch-along shows, some after-hours shows after the shows are done, and you get access to a lot of really cool stuff, okay? Surveys and stuff like that as well. So you can become a WIGS member for as little as $2 a month, patreon.com/WDWNT. If you do like this show, what you're seeing tonight, if you're joining us for the first time, we welcome you. You can always donate via the Super Chat button, which is the little $sign at the YouTube chat. Any amount there is always appreciated. All of the money goes to WDW News Today and keeps all these programs and articles and stuff coming your way. Even WDW Tunes, the official radio station of WDW News Today. Another way to like this show and give us some support right here on Cosmic Read Live is to smash that like button right here on the YouTube video. If you like what you're seeing, give us a thumbs up. It means the world to us to do something as simple as that. And if you're watching, go and hit that little thumbs up video. And thank you so much if you've done so already. It's greatly, greatly appreciated. And we always love seeing you in the chat each and every week. Isaac, another WIGS member I saw there as well. So thank you for tuning in. Always appreciate it. So let's continue now with the rooms section. Angelina, do you want to go for this one?
For the room section, yes. So for those of my friends who have seen the original Journey into Imagination with Figment, we've got our Dream Finder in there. That's the first time that we see Figment. I've only personally seen it on YouTube. It was a little before my time, but there's a great section in that, and I think that it's also at the end of the ride, but chat, tell me if I'm wrong, where Figment is in many different disguises and many different themes, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, wait. Hang on. Super chat. Sorry. Stephen Brown. So Chris doesn't actually have to play at Cosmic Race. Stephen, thank you so very much for that
super
chat. I mean,
that is amazing.
The costume
sounds good.
Him very well.
It was very short. Thank you very much. Totally appreciate that. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Shout out to Stephen Brown. Thank you for that super chat. Always appreciate it. And oh yeah, sounds good. I will. I'll just leave my voice playing there. That's it. Angelina, sorry. Continue.
Yes.
No, it's okay. So there's different disguises that Figment is in. He's a pirate. He's an astronaut. He's, oh my goodness, what else is he? He's an artist. He's like a dancer. He's so many different things. And so I think that it would be very fun to have different themed rooms for the different types of disguises that Figment is in. So a pirate themed room, like dancer themed room, an artist themed room, just all different types of rooms. And of course, Figment is going to be there in his full glory, maybe like a big, picture on the wall or something of him in this theme. There's so much that Figment can do. And so I'll just leave that up to your imagination.
That's the trademark. There's
I like
so much that Figment can do. I love it.
That's just it.
Basically,
You know what? And a hotel like that could undergo many renovations and different visions and different features because it's just your imagination. So it could literally be anything. And I really like that idea. I think that's really awesome.
Absolutely. And yeah, a skunk themed room, as Rebecca said. I like that as well.
Rebecca. Oh my God.
Hi, welcome to Walt Disney World. You're in the skunk section.
Yeah.
Jeff, did you have a skunk themed section for your forest hotel?
I knew I shouldn't have done that. Well, the skunk obviously can come out from Flower from Bambi. I kept Bambi out because Bambi made me too sad. But sure, Flower's there. Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
The skunk section. That would just be the worst. Just like, oh man, on my vacation. Hey, family, come on in here. Flower. They got great sections. This is a brand new resort. What section are we in? Hi, you're in the skunk section? It's like, what? The skunk section. I don't know why Kermit the Frog works there, but...
It'd be like you walk into this place and it's like you've got a chance of 1 in 5 rooms, and it's like, oh God, please don't put me in here. Please don't put me in here. And you're just waiting for it. There it is.
It's just roulette. They got a wheel they spin, and there's like 10 times more skunk.
It's the slot machine. Actually, it's the slot machine. You come in and you pull it, and you can get the skunk.
What I was just thinking. Yes.
The skunk section could probably also pass for. Could also pass for some of the rooms at the Pop Century. Okay, so...
Ouch. Okay.
Anyhow, my rooms. So again, this is the Wreck-It Ralph kind of themed hotel. So there would be obviously like a video game wing. And, I really like what they've been doing over at Universal with the Super Mario Land and that, and I know they probably couldn't use that in this, although that would be really, really, really cool. But just to different video games that they showcased in Wreck-It Ralph, although like Bowser was in there, so there's maybe some room for crossover, but probably not. I think that would be really, really cool. Mm-hmm.
They still license stuff, man. You know what I mean? Like they'll license things.
Yeah, true.
It does seem like back in the day, they would just be like, hey, we'll license this and then we'll buy it. You know what I mean? Like Indiana Jones, Star Wars. I mean, there were Star Tours before they owned Star, like Lucas. So, if the idea was right, I mean, I think they could totally, or Q*bert or whatever. Like, I love the Bowser.
Yeah. I love the Q*bert. Yeah. He's awesome. I'll keep going in a second. Just a big shout out to Alfred. Everyone give Alfred a big thumbs up. He just turned 28, and he just shouted us out in the chat. Haven't seen you before in the chat, so welcome. Thanks so much for joining us. Happy belated birthday. Yeah. So the other rooms would be kind of like an internet wing, and I would imagine this just to be full of like the signs that you see when they're in the internet, all of the cool like the retro Yahoo logos and the stuff that's coming, the web crawler, all these things from the internet's past, and just a really kind of retro internet kind of themed, like maybe the phones look like older phones, and maybe the ringtone is like a dial-up noise or something like that. Something like that. It would drive me insane. Imagine waking up to that.
I am old enough to remember there was this thing called DOS. And it was like this cursor. And it's just like a lot of
C:\\\. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you got it. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how old are you? Ooh,
yeah. Well, old enough.
All right.
And then the other kind of section would be the Fix-It Felix theme. And it would basically, the rooms would kind of look like, the dressers and stuff would be very like square, like they are in video games. I know they're typically square, but like the dresser would be very block like in appearance and in color, right? With that kind of textures in it. And so it'd feel like your room is like an 8-bit game, almost like Minecraft or whatever that is. That kind of style would be like what the room looks like, with comfy beds though, I should say as well. Okay. So that would be that. And we got 2 more sections, and we only got 15 minutes left. I don't know how this show flies by, and I still want to read some stuff off Twitter as well.
Yeah, you definitely maybe I should read the Twitter stuff. Do the
because we did that together.
Yeah.
Should we? Well, I can do some of those now. They're actually There's still. Let's see. Okay, I asked a question on Twitter, what hotel would you stay in if you had a week free at Walt Disney World? I want to see some in the YouTube chat as well. So let me know if you had a free week at any Disney resort, at Walt Disney World Hotel, which one would you stay in? Oh, shout out to Stephen Brown.
Stephen Brown.
$2 for a 2-hour show. We're working. I know we say this every week. We're working on something. Maybe we'll even compromise with a 90 sometime soon, so we can do something like that. Stephen Brown, thank you so much.
Man, it's Stephen Brown. It's like Cosmic Reid, sponsored by Stephen Brown. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for the super chat. That we seriously appreciate it. Thank you. So people on Twitter are saying Bay Lake Tower. People are going for lots of like club level stuff, so there's Yacht Club, Beach Club, Wilderness Lodge club level came up a lot. Let's see here on Twitter. We got so Save the Manatee on Twitter said, how about Walt Disney's Apartments in Cinderella Castle? I mean, it's still available, right? So if you can get a free stay there, that would probably be the coolest thing.
Absolutely.
Polynesian comes up quite a lot all throughout the day today.
Love the Polynesian.
It's the best. Wilderness Lodge or Poly. Grand Floridian came up. Bay Lake Tower came up a lot. Contemporary with a view of the park of Magic Kingdom in there. Lots of Riviera resorts as well. People saying Polynesian bungalows as well on Twitter. So there's a bit of a theme, but some people did say like Art of Animation Resort, French Quarter, Coronado Springs, resorts they haven't stayed at but would like to, so they would use the free trip to stay there. So that's what we got on Twitter. There has been a lot. There was a lot more though. We got several dozen replies.
I know. I would say that anybody who actually was in the chat room that you didn't get to actually shout out, I mean, like usually we're able to kind of like shout out every kind of person that responds, but this brought out so many people who were so passionate about it. Yeah. It was like, Polly, but there was a lot of Polly. I got to be honest with you, and that's my personal pick.
Yep. Yeah, that would be mine as well. Yep. Rebecca in the chat saying Animal Kingdom Lodge.
Okay.
Sean Force also saying Animal Kingdom Lodge. Yeah, I've stayed at Animal Kingdom Lodge a couple of times, and it with the Savannah view is just absolutely gorgeous. Grand Destino. Drew saying Grand Destino. Yeah, no kidding. That's a fantastic new resort as well.
My thing with Animal Kingdom Lodge is it's like it depends kind of what you're going for, right? Like if I want to feel like I'm at Disney, like kind of enveloped in it, it's Poly. But I mean, if not, Animal Kingdom Lodge, man, with the Savannah view, and if you can find your way into the club lounge, that's even better. Bring a little cocktail out to your balcony. But I mean, like, how many places can you really go where a giraffe is just walking by your balcony?
Oh, totally. Totally.
Yeah, no, that's insane.
No,
I mean, yeah, that is amazing. So I feel like that's a nice number 2. Though honestly, I love Boardwalk and Yacht Club just because it's so close to the back gate of Epcot. But
yeah, that too. Yeah. Well, let's go on with our let's do pool. We got pools and restaurant to get to in the next 13 minutes or so. And then we are going to talk about a couple of new shows coming up in the next little while as well. In the next 2 weeks here on Cosmic Read Live, that one of them you're really going to want to join us for that one, as you'll be part of the show as well. Let's just leave it at that for now. But you, the guests, will be part of the show. You might even be on the screen as well as part of the show. So leave it at that for now. Let's go to the pools. Everyone loves a good Disney pool. Jeff, what do you got at your forest-themed Disney resort?
I hope that you don't think this is a cop-out, but I'm going Neverland. And what I really want to do... Okay, thank you. What I really want to do, is there any way that we could take the Peter Pan ride or attraction and kind of make like a mini one? It's like one of the most iconic... it's like when you're talking about Disneyland, Walt actually wrote it. Like there's pictures of Walt on that vehicle kind of going. So I feel like nothing is more Disney than that actual attraction. So like, I feel like the pool is never, is Neverland. And we've got like a ride, like you've got like the volcanoes, and you've got these even different like sections of the pool. And you hear, there's like the Captain Hook section, and you've got like the crocodile over here. And then, maybe there's like a little aerial feature where you're kind of going around. Maybe that's a bit ambitious and might cost too much money,
yeah.
But that's my plan.
There's nothing that's ever been done like that before. So, I mean, I think that is a good idea. That's what Imagineering's all about.
Thanks.
Horatio said the Wally pool in all caps.
Oh my God, how did I? Well, you know how like in the hotel. No, and I love it because in the resorts, you know how like there's like the big major pool, and then you've got at least two kind of like side pools. Horatio, man, Wally is totally over there. I'm not talking about it because I need to spend the money here, but we're definitely gonna like get Wally in there. Probably Wally Eves, kind of like there'll be like
Yes.
There'll be a snack bar. You'll love to go there. It'll be great. It'll be quiet.
Love it.
Quiet pool.
I love that.
It'll be the quiet pool because there's no dialogue. Perfect.
Oh, beautiful.
That's good. I like that. That's awesome. Angelina, what do you got for pools at the Imagination Resort?
At the Imagication Resort.
Imagication Resort. I love that.
I love that.
Oh my gosh.
So I think that the best idea that I thought of was let's let the Dreamfinder like have his time here as well. And I think that this whole pool should be an homage to the airship. Even though it's water, it's going to be an homage to the airship. Let's have it there. The pool is going to be all like clouds and like dreamland type of situation there at the pool. Lots of bright colors. Let's just have a rainbow or something. Let's just make it like cloud themed. But the airship definitely needs to be there. Probably it's going to be similar to like, what is it? The water park that has the big ship. Guys, help me out. It's at Disney. The Disney water park that has the ship.
Are we talking is it like the Beach Club?
Yeah, Beach Club.
Or Beach? Yeah.
No. The water park. Typhoon Lagoon. Thank you, Mandy. Typhoon Lagoon.
Oh, the park. Okay. They went the hotel.
We did not.
We're talking hotel.
We did not.
Thanks, guys.
Joel was like, man, her idea has a lot of depth right now, man. Like you're going like very, very deep. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's my pool. That's my pool idea.
Love it.
I love the pool.
I love it. You know what? And like what I was thinking about that one as well, as you mentioned Dreamfinder, how cool would it be if the water slide was the freaking rainbow tunnel, like the Dreamport?
Yes.
You slide out of that. And as you're going down the slide, one little spark is playing, something like that.
Wow.
It just gets hammered into your mind even more. And you got the rainbow tunnel, right? And everyone comes off with a, as you go down it, you grow the Dreamfinder beard and mustache.
Sounds great.
Maybe that's too far. That's too far.
Now you just went nuts.
It's about that time.
It was like not everybody, man. It was like Chris.
Everyone's like, wait a minute.
Everybody was like, oh my God, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It was like,
wait, what? I'm kidding, people.
You know what? I'm not kidding. I think that's a great idea.
Have you watched our show?
Good idea.
Have you seen our show? And I know some of you haven't. This is what to expect.
Everyone leaves with beards. Go ahead. You're up next.
Oh God, I was kidding on the beard. Yeah, I missed my beard. Yeah,
Okay.
Just ignore the beard part. It was good up to the song, right? Okay.
You get a beard. Everyone gets a beard. Let's go.
Oprah's just standing there. Ooby do it, just Drew. I love it.
Yes.
Okay, so for pools, this would be like the big main pool. It would be a Sugar Rush candy themed pool. Now, I gotta say, I have been playing Animal Crossing for a very few months now, or something like that. Very long few months. Now, it's not about turnips. It's not about the turnip.
Go visit his island.
I sold my turnips. My island's not open. So one of the things that it's not about turnips. I already sold them today.
Thank God.
There's a hot.
That's why. By the way, that's why we were late, everyone. The turnip sale is at 9. That's why we were here at 9:02.
But here, the stock prices went up on turnips. We can be late for 2 minutes. It's like,
oh my God. They're going to add that.
What
to
happens
Spaceship
to us
Earth,
in the
by
last
way.
10 minutes of this show? Something. So we like.
Oh boy.
Some people they look at a moon and turn into werewolves. You know, like 9:50 Eastern
We get the
comes along.
15-minute warning, and we're just like, boom, bye.
Spaceship Earth, man. When you're on Spaceship Earth, that's going to be the changing. Exactly. It's like when you're going by the news people. Stock price on turnips.
Hey, stock price on turnips, $150 a turnip. Would you take one? I'll take one. I don't know why they talk like that. What are we talking about? We're losing people. Okay.
Yeah, no,
so it's the sugar. What was I? Okay, Animal Crossing. So there's a whirlpool you can buy, and you can turn on these like pink lights. And I thought, how cool would it be to have a pool that even in the daytime has these really, really cool lights? And so because of the Sugar Rush and all the color of the Sugar Rush, like the pool deck would be candy themed and really bright colors. And then so the actual pool, like the water, would have lights underneath it that, or on the sides, that would be like pink. And so it looks like the water is some sort of like liquid candy, so to speak. And then maybe there's dance parties or something that the lights would turn color and multicolor, because those LEDs usually would do that. They can change multicolors.
Yes.
So something like that. And it would just be this totally crazy colorful, and maybe something like that happens like once an hour or something like that during the pool's operating hours. But they would be so bright that you would even see it in the daytime. It wouldn't be only a nighttime feature. That would be
God,
that would be.
I
Is it?
love
Yeah.
the Sugar Rush pool, man. That is so great.
That's my idea there. So there you go. It was a long-winded way of saying that Animal Crossing inspired me to do this. Oh, hang on. Hot tip. Turnips. $150 sold.
Rob actually said, and then you have sharks with laser beams on their heads. Perfect. Yes.
We just watched Austin Powers the other day.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, we did.
I love that.
We got.
Thanks. I appreciate the way you brought it back. By the way, you brought it back to the pool.
Oh,
and it was Sugar Rush. And I thought that was great. Thank you.
There was a point. There was a point to it all. We got 4 minutes and one more topic, and then we're probably going to be going late. I got to tell our producer. Go for it.
Just
go for it.
Okay.
I'm texting him right now.
Are you really? Okay. So do you want me to start? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. All right.
Ubi, do it.
I'm sorry. My easy Ubi, do it. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for my command word. But I've got 3, but no, I'm kidding. This is very easy to me. Thank the Phoenicians for this nonsense, Stephen Brown.
Oh boy, thank you, Stephen Brown, for taking our nonsense.
Thank the Phoenicians for this nonsense.
We even get a Spaceship Earth themed super chat. So thank you so much.
Thank you so very much. Totally appreciate it.
Here, let me bring it back here. I'm bringing it back here. This one's very easy, and I can actually go quick if you don't want to go too crazy. I want to steal, obviously, the Pooh characters. So basically what I want to do is, first and foremost, we're going to move Crystal Palace. We're going to literally pick it up from Main Street, USA, where I personally do not believe it belongs. I think we can all agree there's no real reason why Pooh and his entire family and friends are in the middle of Main Street, USA. So we're going to move it to its rightful home in 100 Acre Wood, which is going to be smack dab in the middle of my beautiful forest resort, which probably needs a better name, by the way. We can rename it. Jeffrey Steele's Pooh. Oh, Sean Forrest, you. See, and usually I close the chat room when I'm pontificating so you do not distract me. And Sean Forrest does a Pooh joke.
There you go. There you go.
Yes. But I would definitely think, I feel like for character dining, that just simply makes sense. Table service will be Don't Steal, Bar with Pride. Thank you, Rob. And I feel like I hadn't quite figured out where to do my table service, but it's obviously going to be Haunted Mansion themed. and it will be just creepy but beautiful. How about that?
I like it.
And I'll leave it at
I like
that.
it.
Thank you.
Good for you at refraining from Wally this week.
Well,
What a
we didn't
shame.
get to- Do I still have
Disney's
time? 'Cause that's a
Wild
quick-
Woods Resort. Shout out to Jacko in the chat. Disney's
Jacko?
Wild Woods
Ooh.
Resort. Look at that. That is
Nice
amazing.
name.
I'm gonna
Seriously, welcome to the chat, by the
super
way.
Chat in Jacko's name, by the way. Jacko, how do we do it?
Cyril's, welcome to the chat as well. Want to say a shout out to you as well. Thanks so much for tuning in. We goof around like this every single week, and it's so much fun. We do tend to go a little bit late. Yep.
Can I just say, you said no Wally. We didn't do the quick service, and obviously that's Wally. So he's bringing.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go.
I mean,
I
he's not.
somebody in the
This thing is not going to be Wally free. I mean, that would just be. Insane.
no, we can't do that at this point.
I just
somebody-
moved Pooh and his entire family. Getting Wally into a quick service, very easy. Go ahead.
Somebody earlier in the chat was like, Chris looks weird, and I've been trying to figure it out all show. You know what it is? It's my shirt.
What is it?
So my shirt is actually the logo of WDW News Today. However, you'd never know it because of my blue screen. So if I move this over,
Nice.
can you?
So much more sense.
So that's it took me, well, like an hour to figure this out. That is what is going on. My shirt, yeah, it has the logo on it, but you'd never know it
There it is.
Well,
because it's blue.
Okay.
There we
Well,
there
let
we
me tell you
go.
something. You are the worst
Need a different
salesman
color.
I've ever met.
I'm a ghost. I'm apparently a ghost. There you go. You said room 1000. You found me. I'm right here.
Okay.
You might want to have that checked. Yeah, yeah, no kidding.
Seriously.
I feel funny.
I was like,
okay.
what if I paid for that ad? Okay.
boy.
Okay. Is that it? No, Angelina, right?
No, Angela, yeah. No, let's
Yeah.
go. We got
Go
more,
for it.
We have more to eat.
Go for it. No, I gotta go after that. Okay.
So I don't know. I didn't really have like a good idea for this one, but the thing that I really wanted to like interpret with the Imagication is, well, first off, I do want to say that Adam in the chat had a really great idea of having a monorail come through my Imagication resort, and it's going to be the Imagination Station, which is brilliant. So we're going to add that in there as well. But I think for my restaurant, I would really like to just make everything upside down. Just everything. And I don't know how we're going to do it, but everything is going to be upside down. And other than obviously the people eating, I don't have the specifics, but I think it's a good idea. And I would love some more people in the chat to maybe help me with that one. But everything's upside down.
That's it.
And everything is
all you need.
imaginary. You're not even eating. That's
really cool.
People get paid to figure that out.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah, exactly. There you go. I love that. I think that would be a lot of fun. I mean, like upside down cake or something like that. Isn't there like pineapple upside down cake? Could be like the feature.
Yeah, all the food's upside down.
Dessert. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. The upside down. So people are the upside down, like Stranger Things.
Stranger Things.
The upside, the upside down.
Okay. Bottom up. Yes, Mandy. That's great.
Ooh, I like it.
VR headsets in your room. Oh, that'd be kind of cool as well. I love VR. I love VR. And maybe that's why I'm doing this whole Wreck-It Ralph thing. That'd be very cool. I'll go with mine here. So it would be like a video arcade themed food court, kiosks with the typical food that you'd see in these in most of the resorts. It's the same. It's the burgers and fries and the chicken fingers and wraps and stuff like that. It would have that kind of stuff, but there would be a special area for desserts. And again, it would be riffing off the Sugar Rush. They'd have a counter of Sugar Rush foods and like cupcakes and cakes and treats and ice creams and stuff like that, right? So that would be kind of the staple thing there. Super, super simple. But I'm imagining like the floor of this food court to have like colored lines and like light that light up. And it looks very like technological, almost like a circuit board, something like that, to make you feel like you're kind of inside the computer, like that. If that makes sense, that's what I'd like to do there. So again, pretty simple, but a whole Wreck-It Ralph hotel. This was a hard one for me. This hotel thing, but you know what? We made it through it, thankfully.
I think you had a lot of great ideas. I think that one thing that came into my mind right now, just really quick, was on your floor, if you're talking about having like the computer floor, like, you know how in like Tron, they have the lights, like the light up floor stuff in Tron. I don't know if you guys know that from the ride, but that would be really cool if you had like a light up floor, possibly.
Like the
too.
grid.
There's so many fun things you could do with that,
man. Like the grid.
And
you know, and in a time of
I'm sorry, man. Just because Archfox actually said, because much like I am I'm always talking about Wall-E. Like I love Hunchback, and like I don't feel like Hunchback gets enough love. And so it already just went. It went to it, like so. So they mentioned Topsy Turvy. You know what I mean? Like the whole.
Oh yes, yes,
and whether,
yes.
So like in Angelina's like upside down world, that would make so much wonderful sense. Maybe that once an hour.
Joel, I'll staycation there. Thank you. Appreciate that. And yeah, you know what I was gonna say, in like the time of social distancing, you know, maybe they could take advantage of this like circuit board floor, and some of the light up things on the ground are actually like arrows and guidelines and stuff like that, and lines where you stand behind or stay between, right? I mean, they could have fun with that. That's just another suggestion. But yeah, that was fun. That was really, really cool. And I guess it's time to talk about our next the next 2 weeks. We got something really, really special planned. And I guess so. We can start with next week. So Angelina, you're on vacation next week. Oh, shout out once again. 12 hour show.
12-hour show.
Thank you.
Oh gosh. Looks like we're having a sleepover.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna PayPal you. I'm gonna PayPal you as soon as we're done.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Totally appreciate that. Always appreciate it. Anyone can do that. A little $sign at the bottom. Always, we really appreciate any amount. Always helps. And if you haven't done so yet, please give the video a thumbs up. You can do that right now. It takes half a second. So next week, Angelina's on vacation, so Jeff and I are going to be here. And as far as I'm aware, we're going to be having a couple of guests join us. My better half, Heather, Jeff's better half, Leah, going to be joining us as well. And we're going to do some sort of like a date night kind of thing. Maybe we'll throw some sort of game into it as well and have some fun that way. But it'll be like a date night. What kind of things would you do on an ideal date night? What counts as an ideal date for Disney, for couples? And we can leave it at that for now for that week. In 2 weeks, when Angelina is back,
this is big.
This is huge. This is going to be a big one in 2 weeks from tonight. And this was Angelina's idea, I believe, from the start here. You know, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, not happening this year. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Robert D. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for the super chat. Totally appreciate that. Thank you very much. Love that. It all goes to WDW News Today and all the stuff that we do here. So thank you very much from each of us. That is just incredible. That is huge. Thank you.
Thank you.
In 2 weeks, we are going to have, because the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party not happening this year, as far as we know now, so we're going to do Halloween in July. And this is where we want you, the viewers of the show, to come into it. We are going to ask that you submit photos of you at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, or just in a Disney Halloween costume, by email, and we will run as many of those as we can on the show in 2 weeks from now. So it's going to be in 2 weeks from tonight. You can send your favorite Disney Halloween pictures of yourself. Of course, if you send them in you're giving us permission to use them on the show. You can send them right now or anytime in the next couple of weeks to chris@wdwnt.com. I will collect them, save them, and we will use them in shows. We're going to talk all about Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. If you listen to WDWN Tunes at the same time, you'll get some Halloween music. We'll talk all about our favorite Halloween moments, and we want you to join in the discussion for that as well. So Halloween in July in 2 weeks, date night at Disney World next week. That's the next 2 shows that we have planned. Guys, is there anything else we want to say before we wrap this one up?
I am definitely going to miss both of you next week. I'm sad that I'm not going to be here, but I am definitely going to try and watch it still. But I'm so excited about our Halloween episode, and I can't wait to see Jeff's Wally costume.
I love that because we all, like, everyone in the chat, we chat throughout the week, and when she said that she was going to go on vacation, I was like, what? I'm like, that's not cool. You don't get to go on vacation anymore, man. This is just what we do on Mondays, right? And so I hope we can live through it. I don't know.
You guys will get through it, I promise.
I have to get Leah.
We'll make it. We'll
actually to come on this thing.
We'll text you if we have any issues. We'll be okay. We'll be all right. This will be
just
okay.
Don't have too much fun without me.
But no, we won't. We'll have a lot of fun in 2 weeks. I guess we'll also be wearing some ridiculous Halloween costumes that we would have worn to Mickey's Not So Scary. So in 2 weeks, you can send your Halloween photos now to chris@wdwnt.com, and we will put as many of those photos as we can up in a couple weeks when we do our special Halloween in July show. Don't forget, this Wednesday is 13 years of WDW News Today, so some specialty programming coming out on that day.
Wow.
Want to give one shout out once again to Ride Rehab, the season finale. Tomorrow, live episode Q&A right here on YouTube with Tyler and company, 9 p.m. Eastern, so join in for that as well. And WDW, the RPG, it's the Jungle Cruise Catastrophe, and that is coming up on July 18th, 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube. Jeff and I are back next week once again for Cosmic Read Live. It has been so much fun. Next week is going to be, once again, the date night at Walt Disney World theme, so come and join us for that. And then in 2 weeks, the Halloween in July episode, which will be a lot of fun as well. Shout out to everyone who gave us the super chats. Thank you so very much. Thank you for liking the video. If you haven't done so and you can, please, that's always appreciated as well. Thank you for all the interaction on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and right here in YouTube. The primary chat that we have Monday nights is always our favorite evening and of the week, and it's all because of you. Thank you so much for that. To our producer Jason as well, thank you so very much for producing the show. This is a great honor to do this show.
Room, just type Jason. Just type Jason into the chat. Anyone who's left. Let's go. Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
For Shane.
Oh my goodness.
Keep it up.
Shane, keep it up. Thank you for the super sticker. Always appreciate that. That means the world to us. Shane, thank you. Thank you so much. And for WDW News Today for the opportunity to do this show, because it is definitely the highlight of our week, and we always appreciate it. So with that being said, thank you so much for tuning in. We're back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern. Mark it in your calendar. It's going to be a lot of fun right here on WDW News Today. For Jeff and Angelina, I'm Cosmic Chris Reid. Stay safe. See you all next week. Have a magical week, everyone.